Here's my review of Loki season 2, episode 4. I I liked this episode, but something about it just felt off. Like it went by just really quick, and that's kind of like the problem with all these Disney Plus shows is not enough episodes, and then the episodes are too short. And to its credit for falling into that trap, it still did a good job. Like I still thought this was a very good episode. It's just it was overall very simplistic, I felt, but I kind of enjoyed it. With the basic premise is like they, after kind of bringing Victor Timely to the TVA from the previous episode, they need his help to like fix the temporal orb thingy that like kind of like think back to what happened in episode 1. There, and I was kind of confused about it for the most part. Like I think maybe that's why I just wasn't into this episode as much. But like I said, I enjoyed it and I liked watching it. And of course, the cast is extremely charming. I mean, Tom Hiddleston, he's been playing this role for like what, like 12, 13 years. Still great. And like I said, he brings his A game. Same with Owen Wilson, Kiwi Kwan, and I can't remember her name, but the actress who plays Sylvie, she was very good as well. And another thing that's cool is we get to see a lot more about the, forgot his name, He Who Remains, and like how he was talking to Miss Minutes, and we get to kind of learn more about it. And it's weird because Miss Minutes feels like the overall villain of this episode and of this season, I should say. And I find like that's a very unique choice. Through like Renslayer, we're seeing that through the eyes of her. And like I said, Miss Minutes, Tara Strong, she's hilarious in almost anything she's in. I mean, she's really great. Just she does such a unique voice. It's like when you could care about a talking AI clock, you know at least something's got to be working because it's such a silly concept. But Tara Strong's vocal acting is incredible. I mean, it's Timmy Turner after all. But yeah, I loved her. And also, there was a really good Jurassic Park reference. I loved that part. It was basically, you didn't say the magic word, like from Dennis Nedry's recording. I mean, I thought that part was great. I mean, if you're going to steal from the best, right? And also, it was a lot gorier than I expected. I was shocked with what ended up happening. It was one of those things where it just threw you off so much. Your jaw dropped. Where basically what's happening here is He Who Remains is going into like the temporal orb thing because he's like the only one who knows how to fix it, or Victor Timely, I should say. And then he just gets like exploded. You just see the organs in the skeleton. Like it throws you off so much because like I mean this is a Disney show after all. It's on Disney Plus, and then you literally see like all his veins and the bones. It's honestly horrifying, and I really liked it. It was very unexpected, and I'm really glad that they went there. So yeah, that was probably one of the highlights of the episode. It was just so shocking, and it makes you think. I mean, like this is a pretty big deal. I mean, if a Kang variant can't even go through it, even though he's not like that all powerful, he's still just a normal person. But that's how the episode ends. Like it's kind of a very straightforward episode of they're basically just using Victor to try to fix this temporal thing, and then he dies, and then we don't really know what's going on. I mean, the acting was spot on. Tom Hiddleston, of course, and I mean, I'm really loving Jonathan Majors' performances as Victor Timely. I think that he brings such a unique, like a meekness yet threatening. Even though in this episode he's kind of more of a hero. He's kind of helping our heroes at least. Of course, Kiwi Kwan is great. Owen Wilson, I mean, chef's kiss. Anytime Owen Wilson's in anything, he at least makes it a little bit better. And then, of course, Miss Minutes is great as well. And there was a little parts with that character Brad from, I believe it was episode 2, where you kind of see more of an interrogation where they're interrogating another character. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, overall, great characters, shocking moments, and an overall really interesting ending. I'm kind of curious to what happens after that. And I thought this was a really good episode. I don't think it's the best episode. I would say at least coming off the highs of episode 3, like I would say this one just wasn't as good, but I thought that this was overall a very solid episode. Although it did have some problems, which is why I just didn't think it was as good as episode 3. But overall, it's a great episode.